So tonight we are having our second session in our series for seated chair yoga, seated chair and office yoga. Okay, now this series is designed specifically for those that are for our seniors, as well as those that are looking for gentle ways or just gentle mobility, flexibility, workout routines to encourage staying active and rejuvenated on the mat. Okay, now we're using a chair. All you need is a chair without any form of armrest. Okay, and try to make sure that it's a comfortable seated chair that can support your posture, and as well as encourage you to have free movement and free range in movements as we're going along this workout routine. Okay, now I'll be using props for this one. Now if you do not have any equipment or any props at all, that is no problem at all. You just stay focused and you just do it without the props. Okay, I'll give guided advice or guided easy to use props for you guys to use. Now I'm using dumbbells for this one, as well as a yoga ball, but if those are not available, you just stay present and stay exploring the moment. Okay, now whether you're on the road traveling, or whether you're in the office or you're at home, this series is designed specifically for you. They are perfect for every levels, from beginner to intermediate to advanced level. This is all designed and all suited for us. Okay, so let us say started here. We're using our dumbbell for this one. I will try to elevate our leg a little bit, not applying any pressure at all. We're just elevating it, as well as trying to stay seated on our chair. Okay, now we're staying rooted here, trying to make sure that our shoulders are resting and we're not applying any undue pressure. Okay, we just stay lifted, fine. You just stay seated here, either in this position here. You just elevate the legs up a little bit and you stay seated, comfortable here, and encourage free breathing movements here. Okay, and if that is you, then you just leave it here. Okay, now what we're doing now is we're moving on to our seated pigeon pose. But before we do that though, just want to extend it a little bit and we put it down onto our dumbbell. Or you can use a smaller chair, anything that is smaller, or pillow or cushion that is able to support you here. Okay, if you're able to do this, you just put it down. This is enough of a stretch. Okay, now this is a variation. The second variation will be to bring it here, of course, and then to bring it into the quads. But if you're not able to do so because you're missing, you might have a knee injury, then you just put it down here. Okay, and you just be present and explore the movement. Okay, good. One more breath here. Good. We'll put it down. The second one. Good. Make sure your shoulders are resting. You're not applying any pressure to any part that you don't need to, and you're perfectly seated. Okay. Now, if you have any knee injury, just putting it down here is enough. Try to feel the stretch in your hips. Okay, with this. Otherwise, you go right ahead, you bring it here, whichever extent you are able to. You will support it. If you feel any sort of twitch or any uncomfortable pinch here, you just put it back down, or you stay seated, comfortably seated in seated pose. Okay, so this is like our mountain pose, but our seated mountain pose. Okay, for our chair pose. Okay, you just try to enjoy the moment, enjoy the opening part that this position is giving us. Okay, we'll put it down and we sort of move our dumbbell aside and we bring the ball. Okay, now this is our sort of our improvised. Try to make sure that you're first of all you're very much comfortable. Okay, try to be as comfortable as possible, and you're not able to slip, then there's no possibility to slip at all. Okay, just go here, take one more breath. Good. Now we take advantage of the opportunity that this position gives us, sort of for our hip opening. And if you feel it at all in the knees, then you just back right off. We will do it with one foot at a time, okay? Good. The second side. Good. This is enough of a stretch for us, for our torso, our hamstrings and our quads. It's giving us enough of a pull, okay? Now, if it's available, we're going to go into pigeon using a ball, okay? And we want as much as possible to feel like our upper body is very much involved. We're opening up our upper back. Opening up our thoracic spine, towards our chest. Stretch forward the heart, reach it forward. If it's wobbly and unstable, you just back off, okay? Good. Now we take our leg in just a little bit, be comfortable, just sit it here. You're taking it in, marinating in it, okay? To the extent that it is available. Okay, try not to apply any more pressure than is necessary. Let it just open and expand on its own, okay? Just open and expand, open and expand, okay? Good. Now this is good especially for our quads and our hamstrings. But to the extent that it is available, we'll just straighten our leg. Give me much of a little bit of a twist here. Good. Come out. Let me do the second side, okay? I want us to use the ball to get into this position, just for comfort. Just a little bit of comfort here. Good. Oh, it drops a bit far for me. This position, but it's fine. Now, whether you're in the office or you're at home, just take a moment here to relax, okay? I don't want you to feel it in your back at all. I want you to feel it only in the hip, okay? Only to the extent that it's available. If you are not able to lift up your foot at all, you just leave it here and you just take present and you enjoy the moment, the sensation of a hip opening, okay? Sort of a hip opener. So present and grounded. Good. Bring it down, up and down. Good. You just shake it out. A little bit of a breather. Now, I want us to bring our legs to the four corners of our mats, okay? You feel that your mat is very much involved in this workout. This is enough of a stretch, okay? Feel it only in the thighs, the hamstrings. Try to rest the chest, okay? Don't collapse the chest, just let it slightly elevated, okay? And you breathe, open up the heart, crown of the head. Good. Now, the type of chair is very much important here, whichever the type of the chair, because it's able to support your weight as well as able to support the movements again to give you free range in movement. Now we bring the one knee to the side and I want us to move now into our low lunge twists here. Now we twist, making sure that our chest is very much opening here, okay? Good. Let it flow. And then if it's available, arm as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, let's forget not to tighten our face. Just let it relax. Good. We come out. Now let us open up our chest here. Now we make so many movements around the spine every day that you collapse the chest when we feel sad, or we puff it up when we're excited. These are all movements that we do around the spine. Just take a little moment and just reflex here and center in, okay? Good. Good. And then we do the second side, okay? So the focus is on the corners of the mat. They will give us free range of movement. If it's available. Let us not tighten the face. Now let us not feel this pressure at all applied to the knee here. Let us feel it all on the sitting bone, okay? And just back right out if there's too much pressure, and then you just do it in the chair. It's the same movement, okay? The same intensity. Good. Now we go back, and then we come out, okay? Now we did our seated forward bending, we did our stretch here. Now we're trying to move into Pajarit, okay? Now we go back to the four corners. It is, if we need some support, we bring it forward here, make sure it's strong enough to be able to support our weight, okay? Now we can go down if it's available, otherwise it's enough of a sensation here, and just enjoy it, okay? Relax. The same effect. Now, it's important that we don't feel any pain that is coming from the force of the chair, because we're seated in the chair, and because of the shape of the chair might affect our mobility here. So let us be as comfortable as possible. And if it's available, we go down slowly. This is a standing forward twist in Pajarita, okay? The same effect. Or if it's available, we just put them on the ground, okay? It's the same feeling, the same effect, okay? Good. One more breath. Good. We can come out, or we can just simply enjoy more of it. It's a good stretch for us here, for the hips especially. Good. We support ourselves. Back up. Good. Now we're going to do a little bit of arms here. Okay, just doing some little arms mobility. Okay, we just do arms here. So we raise our arms all the way up to the sky. Nice and calm, nice and relaxed. Just bring your arms back, okay? Just sit forward. Now if our arms are available, we are able to reach and bind the arm. We just extend it onto the back. Now you can use upper body, okay? Okay, release. You just relax it. Upper body straight at all. Good. To come out, just release, okay? And then we'll take it to the second side. Second behind, okay? Good. And no problem. And if you're not able to reach, like I'm not able to reach this side, you can use a string if it's available. Or any prop that you may have, a belt or a tie, just to give us that sort of mobility. Or you can just enjoy and relax it here, okay? Good. One more breath. Good. We'll strengthen out our shoulders here, okay? Now we'll bring it. Now this is very sensitive because we're relaxing and flexing up our shoulder strings, okay, here. So we are not pulling or straining or jamming. We're just relying on the sort of the weight of our hand to just give us a nice rotational pull here, okay? Just to give us a relaxation in the neck area, okay? So I don't want you to feel like you're yanking at all. There's no yanking. Good. To come out. Do the second side, okay? We do some mini movements around the neck area here. Perhaps we're pointing at something, emphasizing something during speech. We just make so many movements around the neck area, so it's important that we give it a little bit of a stretch as well, okay? Good stretch. Stretch, stretch. Good. So now we're moving into warrior one. Whether you're staying here, you're going to be facing the side of the wall. Just rolling it up. Very good. Good. Make sure the chair is very much stable so that you don't worry about slipping. Good. Come out. To the second side, okay? Now our anchor is the four corners of the mat, okay? It will give you that free range to move. Or open up our hands and then we face to the side, okay? I feel like I need to reach out, but this depends on the strength of the chair. So now we move into our little quad stretches, okay? We just want to bring some sort of relief to the quad area. Now if you're not able to do this sort of twist, that is fine. You just bring it to the extent, to the level that you are able to bring it, okay? Just do the twist on that side. And if it's available, I'll bring it a little bit closer. So twisting, we're using sort of that hand to root in and to stretch a little bit further, okay, to the back. And bring relief to the lower back, okay? Good. And bring it out. And then we straight to the second side, okay? And relax. So now I want us to move into humble warrior. Humble warrior. Let's raise our hands up a little bit in our chair. Don't worry about form. Just the sensation and the feeling is more important, okay? Like the chest is releasing here, and the shoulders, there's no strain in them. Just in your back bend. Breathe one more breath. Good. Now try to roll into the chair. Just we try to sort of move our arms so that we can come into a forward resting. And we can rest on our prop here. That is fine, it's enough of a stretch. Or we just enjoy this movement here a bit, it's also fine. Just try to release the shoulders. Don't keep so much tension around the shoulder. Whether you are by the computer or there, it's a good release this. This is enough of a stretch here. 1, 2, take 2 more breaths. And the higher you are able to reach it is not really an issue. Just feel the movement again. Good. Now, for us to take it a little bit more intense, we grab onto the sides of the chair. Try to connect the hand or into and get into the chair, and we just raise it up forward, okay? Good. When you're straining anything, very important. Good. Another shoulder. We just hang out here, okay? And we feel the sensation. It's very important that we're not twisting or applying too much pressure. If you feel any twitch, you just come out immediately, okay? Nice enough of a twitch there. Now to release it out, we all just need in a nice backward facing stretch, okay? Now, form is not important as long as you're just in the pose, okay? You're trying the best you're doing because it will open up your mind and as well as that opening up the tissue. There's a fact where you're in this position or you're just in this position, it's all just fine. The shoulders are feeling the love and the back is also feeling the support, okay? Good. Now let us bring in a little bit of depth here. We're just going a little bit deeper into the leg. A little bit of a tissue stretch here. Now if you're not able to do this, it's fine. You just stay seated here. Or you can do the pigeon variation. Just enough. We give it a little bit of a forward. Whether it's a forward or just up to here, it's fine. This is enough of a support here. The legs feel like they're very much supported. And we do have a little muscle here called the psoas muscle. The psoas muscle is very important for flexibility, okay? It's important that we give it a little bit of a stretch every now and then, okay? So the balance of this prop is also very important here. If you're able to go further, it's fine. But whichever extent you're able to, is also okay, okay? Just give it here. So obviously we're just coming back to this, okay? Now, we are bringing it up to an advanced level where you're able to just expand this leg out to the extent that it is available. Now of course you can use the ball as well to just put the relief here, or you lift it up a little bit. If it's necessary, you bring the ball to the second side, or you just go on your own, okay, to the extent that it's available. Now, it's important that you're not balanced into the chair, but only if you are able to, okay, just to give you that balancing support. More breath in. Good. You can try to straighten it out as much as possible, or even bend it is fine, okay? It's very good to do the stretch, either way. Okay, so we'll bring it down. So you've done great effort, okay? Great movement around the back, great movement around the spine. The back is very much impressed and happy with the movements that we've done around it today. You take a little moment to just thank yourself, thank the body, the movement, the ligaments, the joints for the support that they have given us today for this workout. To be able to be here, present in this moment, we just take a moment to be grateful and thankful here, okay? Seated mountain pose. It reminds us that even while seated, we can be very much rooted, okay? That our back is not slanted, that we are not slanted too much, that our back is straight. This is very important for free flow of movement of breath in and out several times as we do, supporting the lower back. We stay seated. Our sitting position is very important. It just reminds us to be anchored. Whether you're in front of the TV, you're sitting outside on the porch, or whatever sitting position is required, that we try to come back in this sort of seated, grounding mountain pose, okay? Seated mountain pose. It's the same one as our standing mountain pose, okay? Into our Tadasana. Good. Let us try as much as possible to just reset our mind and reset our thoughts and come back into this moment, into this present room with us before we do our cooling relaxation pose, okay? So just to remind ourselves to re-anchor and to sit more straight and to walk more freely and to be able to engage the breath more so that it is able to reach these various parts of the body that it is necessary, okay? Now, this is enough of a stretch that we've done, and we can close up here. But I just want to give us a little bit of a little bonus, okay? If time is permissible, only to the extent that it is available. We're going to do a little bit of a bonus here, okay? Now, we've anchored in the four corners of the mat, okay? This is enough of a stretch here. This is okay. I do need to just try to anchor here. Now, this is the same as the Malasana bind. Trying to do a bind here for us. But if it's not available, we can obviously do the bind on this second side, okay? You just use this side to do the bind. Okay. It's very intense and deep for the hip here. And to do it with so much grace and not too intense, okay? As long as you're able to meet your hand on the side pressure. No. This is fine to just be in this present moment, okay? Good. Now if it's available and you're anchored correctly, you might be able to lift up the leg a little bit, only to the extent that it is available to do so, and then maybe have straighten the ankle. Only to the extent that it is able to. Good, and bring it up. But don't feel like you're pressuring too much or being anchored too much into the chair, because if it slips, then it's not good for our movements, okay? Just do the second side. Try not to strain the face too much, okay? Or whether you're holding that arm, or you're just in that bind, just take a moment to just breathe. Or crescent bind. We're fine here. We've enjoyed it. We've explored the hips. And we've taken it to this extent necessary. And we've had our breath mobility. So we're closing off here. Our workout. Just come back. Enjoy. Take a little moment to just enjoy breath, sensation, the space that we've created. We just